You're listening to After the Review.
After the review.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is After Review. I'm your host, Peter. Joining me this week is my man, Matt. What's up, Matt?
Yeah, what's up, Pete? How's it going, man?
It's good. It's really kind of emotional if you think about it. We are sitting here. We're going to have us a March Madness tournament. We
are.
Kind of 1 year ago, almost, exactly. It was last week, I think. Everything the entire world shut down for a year, basically.
Yeah, the famous Rudy Gobert video. I was at a bar watching it, and I was like, they're going to shut down the NBA over that, and they did.
And then every conference tournament got canceled, and then they said no. I think like the moment they said no March Madness tournament, it all kind of stuck in like, oh, what the hell is this? Like,
yeah, my buddy was at the Big East tournament in New York, and right when that happened, so he drove all the way there for work.
Jeez, tough.
Yeah, wild time. That was a wild time, man, for sure.
All right, so but we're back. We got a bracket. It feels good to have March Madness back. I know everyone.
It does.
It's kind of weird this year. Everybody is in the same location, but they're in their own little bubble. They had.
Yep.
They've been testing everybody, so hopefully things are going to be good to go. It's going to be fun to watch, though. It's going to be a lot of games on every day as per usual, all the different sites. Some of the games start, like, super late. I saw the games, like, 11 p.m. tip-off, like 11:40 p.m.
Jeez.
I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a fun time. That's going to be a good weekend.
Vegas is for sure happy.
Yeah, starting a little bit later this year. They're starting on a Friday to get everyone to pass protocol. But,
right.
Let's just hop right into it. West bracket. Let's hop into the West region over here. I'll put this up on the screen, so everyone can kind of see what we're looking at talking at this bracket. But this is Gonzaga's bracket, unanimous number one overall seed.
Yep.
I think I honestly I've been pounding on the Gonzaga bandwagon all year. It's like Gonzaga or the field, Gonzaga or the field. But
Yep.
There's some interesting games in here, you got the
Right.
defending champion, Virginia's the 4 seed. You got Kansas, you got Iowa as the 2 seed, Kansas the 3 seed, which I'm not going to lie, I was kind of ecstatic to see because of Terrell and his lady friend. She's Miss Hawkeye and Terrell's Mr. Kansas. So
Oh, interesting.
yes, I'm hoping we get a little Sweet 16 matchup right here.
A little Midwest throwdown.
In this bracket. And you know what? Honestly, if I look at it, it doesn't seem too unlikely. I don't feel any heat from Oregon or VCU. USC, no. Wichita State, Drake winner. No, I don't see any of that. So I think that bottom part of the West bracket should be pretty chalk. I did a little research on Ohio because somebody was saying Ohio Virginia is an interesting matchup, and they're not bad. They have this junior guard who just puts up 1,000 of every stat whatsoever. And I was like, okay, interesting. But Virginia did play in the ACC. They did win the ACC regular season, and they got called out because of COVID, so they missed the tournament. So they easily could have won both.
Right.
So a 4 seed might feel a little low. I don't know why. I know what's his face? Jay Billis put Ohio in the Sweet 16, so he hasn't won in 2 games. I was like, whoa. Let's calm down there. Calm down there, partner. He's hard. He's hard in on this upset over here.
I see Virginia, just looking at the statistics, I see they're 1-3 against top 25 teams. Not an insane amount of points per game or anything. 13-4 conference.
We know that. They're the slowest pace in the country of whether they play bad.
Every single year. Yeah. I wouldn't disagree with Jay Billis. I mean, if there's going to be an upset, just looking through here.
Yeah, in this bracket.
Right? I mean, I don't see Grand Canyon being Iowa, Oregon. So that's not an upset.
I don't think Santa Barbara, the old UC Santa Barbara, beating Creighton as the classic 12-5. And even though Creighton did just get smacked in the Big East championship.
Against Georgetown, right?
Yeah, dude, shout out to the Hoyas and Patrick Ewing. My man, he owns that building. He said, come into my home, Madison Square Garden.
Nice. He does own that building. Except when the security asks him who he is.
He's like, I don't see your jersey in the rafters. That's a great response. He's like, I thought everybody who worked here would know who I am.
That's a pretty elite response. I will say that.
Yeah, but yeah, they weren't in. They were not getting in, and they played themselves in. So I don't feel any heat from Creighton. Missouri, any chance? Missouri, Oklahoma. Maybe an upset against Gonzaga early.
Yeah, not necessarily against Gonzaga, but just that matchup. I think Missouri's going to win personally. I think
that's a good matchup, though. That's a really good 8-9 game.
Yeah, I heard that. I was reading up. I saw that. It was kind of interesting. I was like, huh? And I looked it up as a betting favorite. It looks like coming into the weekend.
Missouri's they beat Illinois early in the season, and I think they split with Bama or Arkansas. I can't remember which one. One of those two A teams they split with. And Oklahoma had a pretty solid season in the Big 12.
Yeah, Big 12's always good, right?
Yeah, that's what they claim to be. But I actually think the Big 12's good. They say how good the Big 10 is, but I don't trust much of the Big 10 because the Big 10. I say that, but then again, I kind of do like Illinois. God, but
well, people are hot on Illinois this year for sure.
They are, but they looked good. But Ohio, I don't know. It's all over the place. I like Gonzaga coming out of this side of the bracket.
Yeah, so do I.
I just don't.
Iowa might make some noise, but I think Gonzaga is just they've had it's probably the most talented team he's had or one of.
Last year they were number 1 last year too, which is kind of scary at the end of the year. Them and Kansas, I think they were 1. Kansas might have been 1, and they were 2. But so they're just kind of picking it right back up.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just there's no Duke this year, right?
No Duke, no Kentucky, but no Louisville. But you have Rick Pitino. I mean, that segue is actually really nice because it is this bracket. Rick Pitino and Iona getting in. My man can coach some basketball.
Yeah, he can. What is this? The 5th year in a row they've won that division, right?
I'm not sure. I know it's the first time he's gotten in. It's the 6th conference tournament and 5th different team he's taken to the tournament.
Yeah,
so
my man isn't like sticking around very long anywhere he goes.
Hey man, he got a little trouble in Louisville. There may or may not have been a little, some ladies of the night running around for the recruits. Who knows?
Right. Just a little something, a little side piece.
Yeah, they get Bama in the first game. I don't know how long this is gonna last because I kind of like Bama a lot. Michigan's the 1 seed in the East over here. They lost in the semifinals of the Big Ten to Ohio State in that was a tough game. Georgetown, another, Cinderella love story here. I love Georgetown to beat Colorado. Colorado did not look any sort of good in the Pac-12 tournament. Oregon State beat them, another team that had no business getting in, but won their conference tournament, so got in. And I have some fun little betting stats on Oregon State we can hit on later. But yeah, Georgetown, they're flaming hot. I like them. Trying to think. How about this 11 match, the play-in matchup? How you see this one right here? This
Michigan State, UCLA.
Yeah, that's brutal, right? Nice. That is a brutal play-in game.
That's very brutal.
College blue bloods right there. When a year we don't have blue bloods, someone's gonna be bounced before the tournament. I guess technically these count. I hate this shit. So they call it the second round or whatever, the play-in games. The playing games are the first round. It's like, no, they're the playing games. You're not in the tournament yet. You get a chance to be in the tournament.
No, I totally agree. I don't know. It's kind of the same argument. Never mind. We'll get it. That's football. Never mind.
What? No, go ahead. What's the argument you want to drop over here?
That's a wild card. Just like we want a playoff game. It's like, no, you want a wild card game. I don't know.
But that's a little different in the. All right, come on. You're in the pros. We're in the pros here.
I had an argument with a Houston fan. You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah? Hey, Dallas don't want room to talk. You start taking away those wild card games. They ain't won any playoff games in a long time.
Okay, whoa.
Let's not talk about that. Who else? Florida State in here, a good team out of the ACC, lost in the championship to Georgia Tech. Another team. Georgia Tech was getting in, but they kind of shocked everybody who won the ACC tournament with the COVID outbreaks. I think 3 teams in the ACC tournament got bounced because of COVID pops right before. It's like, oh Jesus. Some dickhead who was handling the teams, I bet, like at the venue, gave somebody because like Duke, they said, had like the strictest protocols of like anybody. They were staying on campus hotel, driving an hour and a half to the venue each day and back, and somehow they got popped. So I bet you it was somebody there. Who else? A lovely Texas showdown in the 14-3 game. Abilene Christian, they're gonna take down the Big 12 champion Horns. I believe in them.
Give me Abilene Christian all day, every day.
I laughed. I told when Terrell was out of town, I picked his ass up from the airport. I was like, this is your fault that Texas won the Big 12 because Kansas, they didn't even have to play Kansas in the semifinal because Kansas popped for COVID. Of course, I was like, just Jesus, you give him a free trip to the champion. This is your fault. This is all your fault.
I know. Where was I watching that? Saturday night. I forgot where I was. But yeah, I was just like, what the hell? Where's Kansas? And then obviously my girlfriend went to Kansas. And she goes, oh, they got popped for coronavirus. She's like, no, well, that tells you how much I pay attention to college basketball. So
yeah,
it's a faux Big 12 championship. Whatever.
It's faux. They didn't have to play Baylor either because Okie State took them out. Doesn't count. Take it away. Take it away from them. Yeah, I like that. Alabama SEC champs. Alabama with the 4P. You like that? Have you heard this about Bama? They won the football regular season, football postseason, basketball regular season, basketball postseason in the SEC. Just they're putting a lick on us in conference.
Hopefully we can stave them off in baseball at least, right? They have to be bad at something.
I'm sure they're decent at baseball and but the SEC, I saw that baseball. We're jumping around all over here, but what the hell? Baseball, the top 5 teams in the country are in the SEC, 1 through 5.
Hey, it just means more.
It definitely means more. But I was like, holy shit. It was like Vanderbilt, Georgia, Florida, Arkansas, and I don't know who the 5th one is. Auburn, maybe?
Uh-huh.
Just like,
where are we at?
Not ranked. We're bad. We're mediocre.
Yeah, what are we, like 14-4 or something like that?
I don't know. We lose to bad teams. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Not even talking
Rob
about.
Childress, go.
Yeah, we're not even on this. Any other upsets you like in here, in the East?
I'll jump in on you. I'll join in on you with the Georgetown, Colorado. Yeah, I think Georgetown's they're on fire. Patrick Ewing has those guys playing really well.
12-5 every year.
Yeah. Georgetown's a blue blood, right? Oh, I don't know. Would you consider Georgetown a blue blood?
Yeah, they're a blue blood. They were. They haven't been for a while. The Big East is kind of.
That just wouldn't surprise me if they won. I think that would be the pick, right, in this bracket.
Yeah, 12-5. Maybe the Michigan State over BYU game 11-6, but that's not super bad.
Yeah.
Interesting stat, though, I heard today, 13-4s, because, everyone's 12-5s or whatever. It's usually 50-50, 12-5 games. 13-4s, 25 of the last 35 years of 13s beating a 4. So I would say that's pretty consistent that you get one of those almost every year. That's good to know. Yeah, that is good to know. And I think more now than ever, you're going to see more and more of that trend. That bodes well for you we can hop over to the South side now.
Okay.
Because, I like how they still have the region names, even though they're not. They're all in freaking Indiana. You gotta love it. I'm pissed too. My buddy texted me. He's like, I didn't even know all the tournaments in Indiana this weekend. I was like, yeah, we could have went to the games or something if you weren't busy. He's getting freaking married this weekend, and I was like, I have to be. What a loser! I was like, I have to be there. I was like, Jesus, I have to perform the ceremony. I was like, dude, the tournament. Like, can I put my phone up with the game while I'm performing the services?
Yeah,
like,
you can make comments about the game.
During. Oh shit! Yeah. I put 20 G's on this.
And Villanova takes the lead.
Yeah, no chance. All right, so Baylor bracket in the South. Baylor, I liked the Baylor Bears a lot. Is that just I had to swallow my vomit?
That kind of hurt a little bit, didn't it? Yeah.
That hurt a lot.
Do you want to say it again? Try it again.
No, we're not saying we're not gonna go there on this podcast. No, we're not going there. But yeah, Baylor's pretty freaking good, even though they lost the Big 12 game to Oklahoma State, but they just got Cade Cunningham, who is going to be the number 1 pick in the draft from Okie State. Who else in this bracket? Oh, yeah, North Texas 13-4, North Texas Purdue. There you go. That's what I was getting at.
Hey, go Mean Green. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a chance they have, but hey, at least they're good at, some sport. They did win their conference clearly to get in.
Yeah, I mean, obviously people don't know. I was an intern with football team there, so from Denton, so happy to see them doing well. Met the coach a few times, the new basketball coach. Can't remember his name, but I was about to be honest, I don't know his name, but he was a really good guy. Happy for those guys, happy for those dudes. So, I think their point guard, just real quick, I think their point guard was a junior. He's a junior.
Mm-hmm.
He had no offers out of college, and only small JUCO guys offered him. And I think he walked on at North Texas, I believe.
And now he's a dog.
Earlier. Yeah, now he's just an animal.
He loves
his team his team. You know?
You love those. You love those stories. Also, speaking of junior codes, have you watched Last Chance U basketball yet?
I am on the 3rd episode right now.
It's pretty good. I was surprised how good it is.
Yeah, what's his face is a clown show though.
Who, Joe? Old Joe?
Yeah. I would have cut him.
Guys like that make me so mad.
Yeah, it's very frustrating to watch a guy that talented just throw it away.
But then you like see the other guys that you like feel for, like KJ, when they tell you his story, it's like, oh man, like that's the kind of JUCO guy you like feel for. Like,
yeah,
super hard worker. He just like he literally can't get good grades. Like he tries so hard, and like that's why he struggled. But I'm not gonna spoil everything for you. It does come up down to the wire, as I'm sure you know what's coming up for them. So yeah, it's kind of tough. I'm not gonna spoil it for everybody, but give that a watch on that, talking about walk-ons and JUCO stuff. Villanova Winthrop, another 12-5 game. Villanova's without their point guard. They're bad. He's out for the season, tore his meniscus. The Winthrop should win this game. And Winthrop's like 23-2 or 23-1.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're
17-1, 23-1.
Yeah.
Wow.
23-1 Winthrop. And Villanova's lost 3 out of 5, I think, since their point guard went down. Yeah, they're not the same team at all. This Villanova team was easily a 2 seed, I think, going into the conference tournaments, and then everything kind of fell apart with their guard. I think he went down the week before the conference tournament, so, like, yeah, it's tough. Yeah, that's a huge blow when you lose your point guard like that, and he was the best player on the team, they said. Anybody else? More Ohio State, who would have guessed? Big Ten schools with a 2 seed.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, I kind of like Baylor in this region. I don't know about you. Maybe Tech. Tech a little sleeper over here.
I think Tech's a little sleeper. I think Arkansas might make some noise. But yeah, I think Baylor's probably, I think they were consistently probably one of the better teams this season, right? They were number 1 for a long time in the regular season, right?
They were 2. They were behind Gonzaga. Oh yeah, they were undefeated. Them and Gonzaga, they were undefeated for a good chunk, and then Baylor dropped a couple.
Baylor's just a really consistent basketball program. Football.
Yeah, not football. Yes, basketball. Kind of out of nowhere. Like you would think, and that it's so weird that like it pisses you off how bad A&M is at basketball. I know it's got to come back to this. When you have Texas and Baylor, super good. Tech was in the national championship game in 2019. Other program, get North Texas, Abilene Christian, all these other Texas schools. Everybody in Texas made the damn thing, except for us and TCU. And it's like, oh, that's so frustrating. Recruit some damn players. I mean, like I get where the SEC, it's not the same thing, but still.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Buzz Williams going his 3rd season. He's got some
dudes.
Got to make something happen.
Hey, we say this, but Texas has not won a tournament game yet under Shaka in his 7th year. So.
Ooh.
That streak,
doesn't talk about enough.
No, they do not talk about how they wanted his ass fired last year.
Yep. No, they don't, apparently, right?
No. Speaking of old Shaka, again, we've talked about this. This man has a luscious head of hair. And
he does.
It throws me off every time I see it because he's been on the scene since like 2008. He kind of came national scene with VCU, and he's had a shaved head the entire time. I assumed he was bald, but no, he's not. I showed my mom his hair, and she's like, "Yeah, he's got some nice hair." And I was like, "No, Ma, like since like he was shaved head, like nobody knew he could grow hair." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah."
I didn't even put that together until just now.
Yeah, like right.
He does have good hair. What the hell was he thinking?
I like maybe his wife's into that shit or something. But
what an asshole! Seriously, what a dick for doing that to people who actually are bald. What a dick!
I know. As a shaved,
he does have good hair.
As a follically, follically challenged man, I was like, what the hell, man? Like, I just thought for sure he was bald. So he goes straight head. He's kind of mixed. I don't know necessarily what he is, but he's got that darker skin. And so I was like, okay, shaved head looks good. And then quarantine hits, shut down, full head of hair, thick and luscious. I'll put it on the screen for everybody.
I'm looking at it right now. That's the first thing I typed in Shaka Smart. The first thing that popped up was Shaka Smart hair.
It's shocking.
He looks completely different.
Right? It's not even the same. It's crazy.
It looks good.
I know, and like, I mean, yeah, his hairline's a little back, but like, he's an old guy.
Yeah.
It's not like it's gonna be perfect, but
What a jackass. Oh my god. Anyways.
I like how Matt. That's one more reason for you to hate Texas. There you go, Matt.
Jeez.
And you have good hair too. I'm glad that you're fighting for us little people over here.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't get that. Like, I have a friend who did that too. He just shaves his head and he has hair. I'm like, why? Like, what are you doing? I don't know. It's just.
It's gonna be gone one day. Shit.
Yeah. You might as well just enjoy it. All fast. Anyways.
Yeah, not your trigger, mate. All right, let's move down to the Midwest, the last region. Illinois region, number 1. Illinois, I like Big Ten champs. They've been number 2 for a couple weeks now. Everyone's ranking all the Big Ten teams in the top 5 or whatever they had them in. Illinois beat everybody down the stretch. They beat Michigan, they beat Ohio State, they beat Iowa. So they beat the top dogs over there. In the Big Ten.
Playing some good ball right now, for sure.
They are. They're sleepy. I like this one, the 8-9 game. Loyola Chicago. Sister Jean, God bless her soul.
She's back.
Oh, she's back. She's going to be at the games, 101 years old. She kind of took the country by storm. Was it 2018 or 2019?
Yes.
Yeah, 2018 when they made Loyola made the run to the Final Four out of Chicago. So good. God bless her, Sister Jean. She's a doll. I hope they win. Georgia Tech won the ACC tournament. Good on them also. Look up Georgia Tech's coach right now. I swear to God, I was so shook watching this because, of course, I couldn't name a player on Georgia Tech's team. Watch this. I see his coach. He looks like Mike Brady from the Brady Bunch or some shit. He looks like he's straight out of the 70s. This man has curly perm and sideburns. I was like, who is this guy?
John Pastner.
Well,
hold on.
Oh my God, I gotta put a picture up. I was so confused. I was like, oh my God, okay, old 70s man over here. I'm pulling for you now.
How old is this guy?
I don't know. He looks like he's probably in his 30s. He looks like he's from 1973.
Yeah, he looks like he belongs in he looks like a cartoon character from Scooby-Doo made into a real person.
Zoink! Yeah. Zoinks, guys, we gotta solve the basketball mystery.
He looks like an animated character made into real life. Jesus.
Oh God, that's too much. Who else? Oregon State, another shocker. A 12. I like how they gave both 12 seeds. Oregon State and Georgetown, the teams that were not in the tournament, played their way into the dance by winning the automatic bids. Tennessee's got to be worried. Tennessee was so good, and they just kind of fell apart towards the end of the year. Rick Barnes, typical. That's kind of his knock, but he's decent in the tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know there. Who else is in this bracket? Okie State. They're pretty.
State,
yeah. I mean, I like to root for Liberty.
Good player.
Yeah, Cade Cunningham's going. I expect him. I think they project him to be the first pick in the draft this year. Houston, I really don't know how good Houston is as a 2 seed. They have a good record. They play in a bad conference.
Yeah, let's say I don't really know who would be good, but besides Wichita State, I don't think they're that good this year, right?
No, they're in the play-in game too, so
yeah,
it's interesting. But they're well coached. They have some tournament experience. Gotta love me some West Virginia Huggy Bear. I love me some Huggy Bear.
Of course, the stool man.
Yeah, the greatest drinker of all time is what it is. I know. Dan Patrick says he likes to bring up that he was at a bar somewhere after something, and it was him, Calipari, and Huggy Bear, and he's like, I can't really tell the rest of the night stories after that, but oh boy, I was like, oh my God, I can only imagine. Jesus.
I'm sure that was very interesting.
I'd love to get Mike Leach in on this conversation also. Get him having a couple beers. Let's just have the most colorful people we can think of.
Yeah, just the most insane human beings all in one room.
Yes. God, so I'm going to be hard-pressed to press Illinois, to not pick Illinois. Anything else out of this bracket that stands out to you?
Man, no, not really. I think Okie State could be interesting. I think, if they win, I think they'll beat Tennessee, so that'll put them in the Sweet 16, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, against Illinois, unfortunate for them, but I don't know. Kate Cunningham for the a couple times I kind of watched him here and there on TV. He's a really good player. Not surprised. He's going to be considered the number one pick in the draft. So I think Okie State can make some noise, but I think if they run into Illinois, that could kind of turn into a buzzsaw for them.
Yeah, he's a hooper for sure. All right, I'm gonna put you a little bit on the spot here. Can you give me a Final Four? Give me your Final Four.
All right, I got you. And so we'll go into the West. Give me Gonzaga.
All right.
That's an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I'll jump down into the East. Give me Bama.
Ooh, that's not a bad pick.
Okay.
Not a bad pick.
And then I'll jump back up top to the South again. Give me Ohio State.
Okay.
I think.
That's
I
enough.
think Ohio State, yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio State's playing some good ball from what I've seen, from what I've read. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not a big Ten basketball guy.
Oh, nobody's gonna bang you on not being a Big Ten basketball guy.
And then in the Midwest, man, give me. Gosh, I feel like I picked a one seed already.
That's how it be sometimes, man. That's how it be sometimes.
Yeah. Give me Illinois.
Yeah.
You know what? So, what is that?
Yeah.
Gonzaga, Bama,
Ohio State, Illinois. Yeah. There you go. 2 1s, 2 2s.
2 1s. Yep.
I don't hate
How
it.
about you?
I don't hate it. All right. I know it feels chalky. The limited fans are going to be pulling against all the dogs. I got to go Zags. Going Zags. I kind of like Michigan. I'm not sold on that pick. I'm probably going to tinker to the last possible second with my bracket. I like Michigan, though. I like what I saw from them a lot. I do like Bama, too. I don't hate Texas. I just don't know if I can trust them in the tournament. Big 12 teams in the tournament are always something. I like Baylor out of the South. Tech is another sleeper I have out of the South. If Tech gets hot, they have good point guard play. You know, their point guard transferred from Georgetown. So
have you ever watched his YouTube videos?
Yeah, he's a damn hoot. Yes, he's a freak.
He's insane.
He is a freak.
Okay.
So
Bishop, slobbered about him.
Of course he did.
He made me watch 2 hours of highlights of him one day.
Well, you kind of get into it, right? It's just one leads to another. Yeah,
he started freaking doing, jumping from the free throw line and dunking, and he's white. So yes, I was very interested.
It's a unicorn. Something you've never seen before.
It's like, what's happening?
Yeah, I do like that. I don't like Arkansas. I don't know why. It's hard to pick SEC teams in the tournament. It's so bad.
For sure.
And at the bottom, I like Illinois. Illinois has been playing so good. I might have Illinois in the finals. Might have Illinois winning this thing. Who knows?
Who knows?
I don't know.
You gotta subscribe. You gotta subscribe to get that answer. Guys.
You do. I do like. Hopefully, God, we'll have Terrell win the Sweet 16 set. I hope Kansas is still in, just so he can annoy me and I control him, make him all sweaty. But yeah, Illinois, I like a lot. Again, 4 1s. I just said. I mean.
Yeah.
But it tends to be chalk.
It's in the bubble.
Who knows? The fan.
There's no home court advantage. Right?
Well, that for the first 2 rounds, yes. But then the crowds, how big are the crowds? The crowds tend to go for the underdogs.
Right.
But again, like half crowds, you're not going to be able to feed off that energy like dogs used to feed off of. Like, when you're that 12 seed and you win that first game after some crazy game, and then you're in that second game and you're banging 3 after 3 and the crowd's losing their damn mind. You don't, just kind of be like, yay, instead of like, crowd roar. Yeah, there's like 4 people at the stadium.
Yeah.
So
I almost said Texas there with you, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
It's really hard to trust that team. But Shock is a good coach. Him and his damn hair.
Yeah. Bastard.
Maybe that's the secret weapon this year. He's actually getting mind powers fed through the hair and the follicles are stimulating his brain.
Some kind of Professor X shit. I don't know.
Nerd.
Yeah.
So that playing games start Thursday, and then regular round starts Friday, the actual tournament. So make sure you get your brackets in. We have I'll put a link to our bracket up there in the description. $5 buy-in if anybody wants to get in for that. Just let me know, people who know me, and if you don't, tough. You'll figure it out. What else is going on? We have free agency, legal tampering.
We do.
Legal
Here we go.
tampering. Of course, you can't not pitch the NFL in a top tier podcast like this. You know, it's just somehow the NFL always seems to be a talking point, no matter what the season, no matter where.
Big football guys. That's why.
Exactly. Oh yeah, you haven't been on since your boy Dak signed. How do you feel about Dak? Dakamus as your quarterback for $40 million. Got everything he wanted.
Yeah, he literally got everything he wanted. You know, I do love the guy. I was very bullish on not paying him that much money. I think I've been pretty vocal about that to you and then my friends, you know, outside of the podcast. Man, it's just they have to be banking on the cap exponentially jumping up in the next 2 years, right? Is that
I guess, but I don't think everything I read says it's not. Like, it's going to go up, but it's not going to go, like, it's like a tiered pay system as normal.
Yeah.
I think Jerry likes making deals, man. Jerry likes cashing checks. Every other contract he's just signed is terrible. The Zeke contract's bad. The Jalen Smith contract's not good. The DeMarcus Lawrence contract is horrible for the production. So I think he just likes making the big deal. You know,
I think a part of it is Jerry's on the 17th hole, if we're being, you know, hyperbolic here, I guess.
He's probably on the 20th hole if we're talking about keeping his job as a general manager in the NFL.
Yeah. I'm just like obviously on life here, and so maybe he's just not willing to start over at the age he's at, and then obviously that becomes the issue when you're an owner, right? And
yeah, somebody said that
you get overly emotional on your picks. And so he was afraid to let him go, which I get that.
You could have, but you could have done this
a good player
3 years ago.
Exactly. I think that was my point. Is you could have signed him 2 years ago, when you know, obviously the Carson Wentz deal is terrible. The Jared Goff deal, you know, whatever you think about him, he's a serviceable player, but
he at least got he at least took a team to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly overpaid for what, you know, his production, but I think Dak got the length he wanted, like you said. He got everything he wanted: the length, the amount of money, and the guarantee. And he's going to hit the market again at 31. Assuming he's healthy, he'll make that again.
Yes,
with us or somewhere else.
Yes, easily that. And he gets partial control of the team. I think Jerry said he's going to help make inputs on the roster. But
interesting, I did not hear that.
Yeah, they said they're going to go. They're actually going to give him some power, unlike Deshaun Watson. But don't not give him power. But shit, somebody said shit. I don't. It's the way quarterbacks make money. You almost kind of have to give them power. But it's like with the Cowboys and Jerry's the GM. Dak might be a better GM than Jerry at this point. Who the hell knows?
The thing that's kind of crazy. It feels like the drafts have been really well, because I think it's kind of Will McClay and his son Steven kind of making those decisions. But when it comes to like contract negotiations, clearly Jerry's involved. And so I don't know, it's just kind of interesting. I love Jerry to death, but I think the spending will be a lot better, or spent better, I should say, when Jerry's
more fiscally responsible.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's real easy. I think Steven kind of runs it like from a
day-to-day standpoint, almost like.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the words to say how Steven runs it. He's just not as hawk. I think he wants to put a good team around, but he also wants to be fiscally, responsible about it, right?
Yeah.
To the team.
He's actually trying to like win.
Yeah. So I don't know, for sure. I was trying to figure out how to say that without, because I do like Jerry.
Just shitting on Jerry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other noise. Bill Belichick broke out the checkbook too. Jesus.
My God.
They've signed like everybody. I saw this stat. God knows what it's up to now. In Belichick's entire time in New England, he had spent just about $360 million in free agency, so 20 years or so, 21 years, I think. Yeah. And they were already up to $243 million spent this year in 2 days.
That's incredible. I mean, I forgot he traded for Trent Brown, who's a good player.
Vegas is like getting rid of all their offensive line that was good. They just cut their center today.
Yeah, it's almost like, are they trying to make room for cap or something? What are they doing?
I don't know. Are they trying to get bad and then fire John Gruden?
Well, it's just like,
who the hell knows with
Well, John Gruden's running that team. So.
Yeah, so who the hell knows with that team? But yeah, the Patriots, they got Cam on the cheap. Now I don't know. I mean, do we trust Cam? I still don't think Cam can throw the ball. Everyone gives me shit. I don't think Cam can throw the ball 15 yards downfield.
Yeah, I just think he's going to definitely have way better players around him. So
he definitely does.
This is a truly make it or break it. So
yeah, they got. I don't know if I love the Kendrick. I mean, Kendrick Bourne's okay signing. Hunter Henry. They got both. They got both tight ends that were out there. Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, big dogs. Yeah. They're paying $77.5 million for both tight ends. They're gonna be running out of the double tight stat. I like that.
They're going to be really solid if Hunter Henry can stay on the field.
That's true, but even if he can't, you got Jonnu Smith. Like, you still have an elite tight. I don't know. You have a top tier tight end that scores. Can move the ball. Yeah. They added on the defense Matthew Judon, Jalen Mills, and the guys coming back who opted out last year. Like, holy shit, they're gonna win a bunch of 13-10 games. This team, which they were 7-9. It's not bad. They can easily get to 11-5. I think.
Do you think Bill Belichick just got tired of hearing?
Yes, the Brady. Yes, yeah. It's definitely the Brady thing. He said, "Screw this." But also, Terrell said they have somebody else in there. Bill's not in full control anymore like he used to. So somebody else might be writing the checkbook and helping with the draft here too. They got Nelson Aguilar to drop a big touchdown pass for them later in the year also.
Yeah, when something gets important, he'll drop it.
He will drop it. Yes, but
none of the signings scream like, wow. Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry, those are good signings, I think. Jonnu Smith has a lot of potential. Hunter Henry is a good red zone target.
Especially when they were the worst tight end. They had the worst tight end production in the NFL last year by a lot.
Jonnu Smith, and I've heard Jonnu Smith is really good in the run game. So, obviously that's a plus. That's probably why he got paid. Oh, he got another year. That's why.
Yeah, but still, he got a nice. That's a nice deal for a tight end.
Trent Brown's a really good tackle. They traded away Isaiah Wilson, right? Was that them?
No, they traded. No,
that's Wynn.
Yeah, Isaiah Wynn. Isaiah Wilson was the Titans guy. Yeah, the Titans falling apart on the offensive line. They need another receiver and they need a good running back. Like I would like another running back to go in there that's like a dog. I know they kind of run the committee. They do like the committee that they run back there, though, I guess. But you'd love to have like a freaking dog back there that can just pound the rock.
Give me Chris Carson.
Oh, do they have money left? It's not bad, especially since Chris Carson likes to get hurt a lot.
Yes, I was about to say. If Chris Carson stays on the field and he's reasonable with what he wants contract wise, that would be a good place for him to go. I think offensive wise.
I heard they're interested in Fournette too, which just put the ball.
Which is weird because he said he wanted to run it back with.
Hey man, money tall. He ain't been paid yet though. He hasn't been paid. He hasn't gotten like a nice little chunk. But God, could you imagine that bowling ball offense? They're gonna run Cam into the freaking ground and throw a bunch of 6-yard passes. It's gonna be hilarious. Yeah. Just gonna be like this. We're gonna sit on the rock and play defense. It's gonna be the most frustrating thing to deal with.
It's gonna be 45 minutes of possession, and
it's gonna be like those people you play at Madden that just put chew clock on and they pick up like 4 yards of play on the run, and so it's every time it's a 3rd down and 2, and they pick it up, and you can't stop it. You just can't stop it.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
Of course, the Jets dropping massive money on okay ass players, like 47.
I think I like Corey Davis more than you.
Yes, definitely. He's never lived up to his potential.
Yeah, he had a really good season this year.
He's
always kind of hurt too, right?
Yeah, he's in and out. But as a number 2, he had AJ Brown, and they had a 2,000-yard rusher. Like he was the 4th option in that offense.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't speak too fast. I think if they do keep Sam Darnold, they're taking a receiver at 3, right?
Kyle Pitt. They're taking Pitts at 2. They're picking at 2.
At 2.
Yeah, they're taking Kyle Pitts at 2. So
that's a good team. Corey Davis is pretty. He's a good player. So he's definitely a 2. I agree with you. I just think he's probably a higher end 2. Kind of like a Terrence Williams, right? When Terrence Williams was kind of getting after it.
He was the 5th overall pick, so he's got to kind of live up to that. They also picking at 20. They're going to get a running back at 20 something. Hopefully, they get Travis Etienne at 23 or 4 that they're picking at. So maybe, but everything sounds like they're drafting Wilson, the quarterback, at 2.
Really interesting.
Okay. Yeah, just to reset the contract and new GM, new coach. They get the guy they get their guy.
Yeah. God, I mean, that's a lot of commitment to. He's just so small, Pete. And who's going to
People,
protect him?
they love him. They love him. I mean, they got
Yeah.
Becton. I mean, that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. He's like 205 or something. And that's just tiny.
Hey,
I mean,
man, you don't know.
he's not Kyler Murray. Yeah, he's
They're
not
gonna
Kyler
beef his
Murray.
ass up. Yeah, but he can sling the rock. They said he's like Aaron Rodgers out there throwing the
Yeah.
ball.
I mean,
So
we'll see. We'll see. I like him too. It's just, I mean, I don't want to hate on him because he played at BYU. It's just, who knows? I don't know.
yeah,
Anyways,
yeah. I don't know who else. The Jags signed 1,000,000 people because they have more money than God. Let's see what older Meyer's gonna put together down there. I don't know.
okay.
Who else are the big names? Galladay's. Oh yeah, Joe Thuney got the bag from KC. Which hooray! You're gonna protect my boy Mahomes finally.
Yeah, yeah. Geez, 5 years, 80 mil. My God,
That's a lot for a guard.
Though.
That's a lot for a
Guaranteed's only at
guard.
32. Yeah.
Hey
Third year
kids.
of the contract only guaranteed for injury. However, it covers full.
Hey fat kids. Don't worry. You can still make the bag.
Honestly, if you're a good guard, there's not many out there. You will get paid.
Go.
That's a fact.
Good offensive lineman, no matter the position. I mean, even what did the Chargers play? They signed
Lindley for 62 million.
There you
5 years,
go.
62 mil.
Look at this. There's just money out there. Play football. Actually, play basketball. It's all guaranteed money. But hey,
Yeah.
everybody out there is getting paid. When are my kickers are going to start getting the bag here soon?
Yeah, honestly, dude, Philly hasn't made any moves at all.
Nope.
Okay,
Yep. There you go.
just saw that.
I know you were ecstatic when you saw Zeke didn't know, or not Zeke, Saquon didn't know there's anything such as chicken fried steak.
Yeah, that's why loser. That's why they lose. That's why they lose up in New York.
Yeah. Football team got Fitzmagic. Look at them. I don't know if
I
that's.
don't hate that.
It feels like he just turns the ball over a lot, and you really shouldn't do that when your defense is that good.
Yeah, Ron Rivera's gonna hate that too.
Yeah, but hey, he signed. He knew. I don't know. He's thinking something out.
William Jackson. They got William Jackson from the Bengals. 3-year, 42 million, 26 million guaranteed. Good player. I think he's off his rookie contract, I believe. No, he's not. No, he's not. They
Oh,
would've
wait!
taken him.
Breaking news right now, right here. The Bears
Really?
have a quarterback. They've gotten a massive upgrade. I know everyone was ready for this. Starter in the league last year. They got Andy Dalton.
Drum roll, please. Honestly, is he that much of a downgrade from Mitch Trubisky?
Well, I don't
Would
know.
you argue he's an upgrade?
Probably. I don't know. He can't run like Trubisky could run.
Yeah, I think he's better at.
Yeah, he's
think
better
probably-
throwing the
He'll
ball.
be better at Nagy's offense. He'll be
Maybe.
better at Nagy's offense. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Bears fans are not going to be ecstatic.
Oh,
about that, 'cause when you're hearing that you're getting Russell Wilson, like,
Terrell's
2
banging
weeks.
on the table last week. How are we getting Russell Wilson? This has happened. We're gonna lose our jobs. Well, it looks like they're losing their jobs, Terrell.
Yeah, it looks like they're done for that. Allen Robinson said he's not going to play another down, right?
Yep,
that
he said
earlier.
he's not signing his franchise tag. So
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah, Ryan Pace. You know what's crazy about 3 years ago? Everyone was, having they had a little love fest with those two guys, Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace, and
And
I
they've
think
won.
Matt Nagy's a better coach than people think.
They've won 0 playoff games.
Yeah,
Hey.
I don't know, man. I like Nagy personally, but yeah.
Andy Dalton. Hey, it took their Super Bowl odds from 40-1 up to 50-1, so they went down.
They went down. Vegas knows something clearly.
Clearly, they are not a huge fans of the Andy Dalton signing. Let's see, Aaron Jones kind of signed a little bit beforehand with Green Bay, re-signed.
Yeah.
Still some decent names out there. Galladay's kind of the big one. Trying to think who else is out there that
Trent Williams.
Trent Williams, there you go. There's your that's probably your big one left. Clowney's still out there. Will Fuller's still out there. Maybe Will Fuller's waiting. Juju's still out there. Curtis Samuel's still out there.
Oh, you mean the TikTok man?
The TikTok man is still out there. Hey, everyone says he works hard. He's a clown, but he works hard.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't make as many TikToks. People won't clown you as much. He's only 24 too. Wow, he's still young.
I know he's only been in there 4 years, but they say he's a grinder. He gets in the weight room. That's the kind of guy you like. I wish he'd catch the ball more, but that could have been a scheme of Big Ben throwing the football. Maybe it was the whole thing there. I think Will Fuller might be waiting to see if what's his face gets, maybe if Deshaun gets traded. Him and Deshaun are BFFs. Which the Texans did get Tyrod Taylor. They said they want him to back up, but that feels like a starter to me. If you're bad,
yeah. Sammy Watkins is only 27 years old.
Bust.
Wow, I thought he was older than that.
Right? You would think he was 100.
Yeah, the way I just feel like he's been in the league for a long time.
Well, he's come out at 21.
Yeah, he's been in the league. Maybe he was 20 when he came in. It feels like he came in like 2012 or something.
No, I don't think he came in that. Actually,
sense,
might have been 2012.
Yeah, he was young because him and DeAndre Hopkins were at school together. That's wild.
Yes, wild indeed. That was a good team. That squad down there. But there's still some guys out there. Antonio Brown too. The clown show that's not really a clown show anymore. I gotta assume he's going back to the Buccaneers. Oh, we didn't even talk about Tampa. Jesus, they re-signed everybody.
That's what happens when you have a quarterback who's willing to, when you have a supermodel wife who's worth billions, you're willing to take a little pay cut.
Hey, he's $9 million on the cap. Tom Brady is $9 million on the cap. He has this thing figured out. He's like, I'm 43. I can't win this thing by myself over here. I'm the 20th highest paid quarterback now on the cap. Give me all my toys, and he got all his toys back basically.
Isn't it wild to you that other players haven't done that?
Because they got to get the money. They need the money. They haven't been paid ever.
Yeah, it was just like Aaron Rodgers. You can afford to take less. Take less.
Well, they don't pay. Green Bay doesn't freaking pay anybody either, which is hilarious. Like he tells them stop drafting. How about you stop drafting a quarterback, running back with your first 2 picks last year?
Yeah, because I don't even know where they're picking. They're probably picking like 28?
Late. Yeah, 30.
Yeah, they're not going to get the receiver. There's a lot of receivers in this draft, but all the elite guys are going to be gone in the first 20 picks.
Yeah.
First 15 probably.
But yeah, it's restructuring, pissing me off. Kirk Cousins, 4th highest paid quarterback, won't restructure his ass, and we're having to restructure everybody else. Every other quarterback's restructuring. Hey, dumbass, if you restructure, we can get you an offensive line maybe.
Yep. For people, it's all about the money. And, I'm not going to knock the hustle, but, don't bitch about why they can't put people around you.
Yeah, geez, come on, man. Did you see Matt Ryan restructure his contract and he's a $48 million cap hit in 2022? Like, what?
I did not see that or hear that.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah. I guess his ass is getting cut because nobody is trading for that goddamn contract next year, for that contract hit. So
no, he's got to retire or do something.
Matt Ryan getting cut, I would assume, next year. That's just a little something like that. I was shook on that. I was like, holy hell.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah. So I think that's going to do it for us this week. You got anything else?
No, I think that's it, man. I think we kind of hit everything there.
Yeah, it was a little...
I'm sure we'll get some more breaking stuff. Oh, Kyle Juszczyk.
Oh, yes. Everyone just so excited about fullback signing.
Yeah, just a little $5.2 million a year contract with a fullback. Have fun with that.
Hey, everybody's getting the bag. That's what I said.
Yeah.
All right.
Bags are being obtained.
Everybody fill out your brackets. Get ready. Sit down. Enjoy the March Madness that this weekend is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And we'll see you all next week.